Coming to you live from Studio B on the Microsoft campus in Redmond, Washington, just outside of Seattle. And this, my friends, is marketing. Is that uncanny? Marketing. I'm trying to prove what I've learned throughout the week, so there we go. Rieva Lesonsky is the CEO of SMB Connects and one of the nation's leading experts on small and mid-sized businesses, and she was the editorial director of Entrepreneur magazine and has been offering guidance and inspiration to small business people and aspiring entrepreneurs just like you for more than 2 decades. We are honored to have Rieva here today to answer your questions, your emails live, so please don't hesitate to get some great advice for yourself. Email us, instant message us, call us on the phone. It's Rieva to the rescue. Hi.
Hi, Chris.
Thanks for being back. We've got already a plethora of stuff here. What do you think about my marketing?
Can I take it home with me so it's like I can spend the rest of my days next to you?
And I can always agree with you. That's a good thing.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Great
I like
idea,
that.
Rieva. Great idea. Okay, so we're talking about startup today. That's our main theme. Hopefully people have garnered the amazing advice. We've got 60 guests throughout the week.
It's been awesome.
Everything, marketing, sales, you name it. But now we're to the point of startup. This is it. We're kickstarting.
Yep.
That's obviously a hugely important part. You want to get off on the right foot. What are some of your top tips for people as they get ready to
Well,
get
one of the things is, and I've heard it, bandied about a lot this week. One, don't worry about economic times. I mean, unless you're, just don't even worry about it. Have your idea. Figure out how you're going to do it and go ahead and start your business. There was a saying in the Bible that says if you wait until the wind and the weather are just right, you will never reap or harvest anything, which basically boils down to any time is the right time.
No such thing as the perfect time.
There's no such thing as the perfect time, so do it. And then one of the other things is everybody's been saying, and I think I even said it myself, you have to be passionate about what you're doing, and you do, but not everything. First of all, not everybody's going to love your passion. Because you're passionate about it doesn't mean there's an audience out there willing to pay money for it. And the other things, think about all the service businesses that you use or even retail places that you go to in the course of a day. I don't know that anybody, spent their entire childhood saying, I want to grow up to be a dry cleaner. But we all go to the dry cleaners, and dry cleaners. There's a need. So sometimes don't focus on you and what your passion is. Look at what the audience, the clientele wants. And if you can fill that need, that's really what's important.
Because you were telling me earlier, don't be tempted to do what is cool or what is considered hot. What's the current right now trend? Because it might just be that, a trend.
Exactly. It might be a trend. And it's okay for the big guys to come in, Macy's or some other department store can come out with, orange purses this year. But if you build your whole business around orange purses and you've got a 3-month season, then what do you do?
Oh, that's so last year.
That's so last
Nobody's
year.
carrying those around.
Right. So if you're a small business and you're getting started, look at the broader audience and don't focus on what's hot. Focus on what people need.
We've got the phones ringing as we speak. Justin has a question for Rieva. Justin.
Hi there.
Hi there. Question for Rieva.
Hi. My question is this. I own a small computer consulting company, and I've been doing the same kind of work for one of my more budget-minded clients for a while at a fixed rate. Just recently, I began offering different types of services that bill out at a higher rate. And they haven't officially hired me to perform these services, but I am occasionally being asked to perform these services while I'm working on my current project with them. And I need to let them know that these new services cost more than what they were paying previously, but I'm not sure how to approach the subject without, the possibility of damaging the relationship.
That's a fantastic question, because I'm sure everybody has been in that situation. Once you've established a rate or whatever, how do you let them know that, wait, this isn't important? I've got myself into that bind a ton of times.
You know what, Justin? Just start a separate division. I'm not telling you to start a separate company, but if you're offering different services, start a different division of your company. Give it a different name. I mean, it's like so-and-so, a division of Justin's company. And that company has a separate price list and separate services they offer that you're going to charge differently for. And then sort of maybe have separate marketing materials or one broad marketing material that covers each company separately. And that way there won't be any confusion.
Okay, that's great. And then I can just present those marketing materials when I'm being asked to.
Exactly.
Okay, excellent.
If they got a problem with it, you just send them to Rieva. So she told me. All right. We've got a email that just came in on my Windows Mobile smartphone from AT&T. Right here.
Chris loves that phone.
That's my marketing. I know, I do love it. I'm connected to this. Hey, Rieva, looks like you're starting your own business. As we've said, you are leaving in doing your own thing, and they want to know what motivated you to take the startup plunge. You're already successful, and yeah, a lot of folks would say, why would you want to do your own thing? Why would you want to risk it?
You know what? After a certain number of years, and you tell people this is what you need to do, and they talking the talk, or walking the talk. But truthfully, last June I turned 55, and I woke up on my birthday and said, I'm 55 years old. I don't feel it, but I'm it. What are you doing? This is it. Time's running out. So that's really, it was an age motivation.
Very cool. All right, we have another caller on the phone. Bristol, Tennessee checking in.
Tennessee.
Debbie, hello.
Hi.
Hi, you have a question for Rieva. What can she help you with?
Yes, I have a question, especially for those who have a new idea, those who are starting up a business, or those who are already in business who have changes to make.
Okay.
Okay, and I have a good idea to help a lot of people get jobs. With all the information out there in the world, how much research, how much information do you to receive for your product, if it's a great product, for pricing all your stuff, and for getting the people? How much research do you do before you know you have the right stuff?
Debbie, thank you for the call. And I think, yeah, what she's asking is, okay, you've got the idea, but how much research do you need? How much do you need to know before you can get the wheels going?
Right. Well, I think it's really important that you do enough research so, one, you feel comfortable. You have to feel like, I know what I'm doing. I don't know that you can ever do too much unless what you're doing is delaying you. A lot of people want to start but then get scared, so they don't, and then, well, I'm researching. Well, I'm still researching. Have you done that? Well, I'm still researching. If you find yourself saying that, you're doing too much research. But I think if you check in, it so depends on what you're doing with, 10 or 12 different sources and feel comfortable doing what you're doing, then stop your research and go take the next steps of getting to market.
We've gotten to the startup phase, and so people are very excited.
Yes.
I've just got a stack of instant messages. Phone keeps buzzing here. What is SCORE, and what do they do?
Oh, SCORE's wonderful. SCORE stands for the Service Corps of Retired Executives. And it's a government organization, and it's made up of people who have put their time in, whether entrepreneurs or corporate people. They've been successful, they retired, and they volunteer at this organization to help other people start businesses. So you can find SCORE at score.org or off through the SBA. Go to sba.gov to find your local office. And let's say you don't know how to write a marketing plan. You've got a great business, got a business plan, don't know how to write a marketing plan. Go to SCORE. They offer workshops free. They have one-on-one counseling free. Everything from SCORE is free, and they can basically answer any question you have. And oftentimes what they'll do is they'll match you up with someone who has that specific experience in what you're looking for. So together, it's the knowledge that you don't have, and you can get started and be successful.
Let's continue with the Jeopardy portion of our Q&A. What is value proposition?
People talk about that. A value proposition is it's also called a USP, a unique selling proposition. And what that is, it doesn't have anything to do with your values or your ethics. It has to do with what makes your product different. What's your value proposition? Why is this phone better than any other phone? Why is this desk? How is this unique? What makes you stand out from the competition? And really, people aren't going to specifically ask you that, but you have to define that in your own head and then incorporate that in all of your marketing material. So you can say, well, I'm selling desks, and my desks are really different because, and then you fill in the blank.
Okay. We've got another caller on the line, Brian from Pullman, Washington, home of the Washington State Cougars, which are getting ready to do battle with North Carolina today. Just another proof that we are live right now, just so you know, I've reestablished. How could I possibly have known ahead of time? Brian in Pullman, question for Rieva.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
How can she help you?
Awesome, man. Well, my name is Brian Saffler. I'm currently a student at Washington State, as you guys already know. I'm also a small business owner.
Cool.
And currently, we're in the process of seeking our first round of financing. We've been successful in utilizing our pitch deck to obtain investment from our current contacts, which is basically like friends and family right now. But we're having an issue finding other qualified investors, and qualified, under Section D, sort of having to have a qualified investor being $1 million net worth or $200,000 a year income, such as that. So my question to you is, since we've pretty much exhausted our current contact list, what is the best process for soliciting other investment? Where do we go? Who do we talk to?
Well, I mentioned it, I believe, yesterday on Money Day, that there's a bunch of people out there that they're called angels. And sometimes there are angel networks and angel clubs. And angels are people who have been successful and want to invest in other businesses, not necessarily have an equity share in them or a share and a say. Every angel operates differently. I'm on the board of an angel network called Active Capital, activecapital.org. And what they do is they match up an entrepreneur with an angel, and you can it's sort of like a dating service for entrepreneurs and angels. Also, go to a search engine and go do venture fairs. There's a number of venture fairs that go on in different cities. I'm sure Seattle has their share of them, or whatever major city you're near, and see when they're holding it. And it's kind of like a business plan you get up there and you pitch. It's like a business plan competition. And you said you're still a student, right? I guess he hung up. Okay.
He's probably already studying for something else.
If you're a student, often a lot of colleges actually have business plan competitions where the winning prize can be as high as $100,000. So check and see if your school has one of them. And you can enter other schools' business plan competitions. They don't have to be the one at your own school.
And parents, take note there, that's a Washington State Cougar, 3 hours from a major basketball game getting business advice. Go Cougs. Good work. All right there.
Dedication.
Another instant message just came in. I run a consulting firm, and this is a great question. A lot of people are in this. It's just me and my partner. Right now, we got more work than the two of us can handle. We're thinking of hiring somebody, but we're concerned that when the work slows down, we've got some dead weight. We don't want to leave somebody hanging. How do you know when's the right time to bring people on, or just ask for some help?
Well, if you're in a business and you know that it's kind of cyclical, maybe you're still at that beginning stage and you haven't really established this as my clientele, look outside of hiring full-time people. There's a lot of part-time people you can hire as a part-time employee. So the state laws vary, so it depends on what that state is, as how many hours constitutes part-time before you have to pay benefits, which costs you a lot more money. And when you hire that person, you can say, this is a part-time job. We don't really know how many hours we're going to need you every week. It'll be flux. You can try doing 1099 work, which is finding people who want to work sort of as a consultant to you. So you could like subcontract to me, and you would hire me for a project. I do the project, you would pay me, and then I move on to the next thing. And next time you need me, you call me back, and if I'm available, I would use you again, and you can develop a stable of these subcontractors, and so you're not obligated for anything other than the project fee. I would wait. Hiring people costs a lot of money. It's not just salary, but it's like 35% extra for benefits packages. So it's a very smart thing that he's asking. Go the temp route.
Further proof that she is the Swami. We're out of time, and I want to thank Rieva for all her great advice all week long. For more information on Rieva's company, SMB Connects, you can log on to our website, sbsummit.com/guests.